Why, hello there. Hi.
Hello!
Welcome. Happy Thursday and welcome to another
Oh,
Chatting with Doug
uh,
and Rob.
uh,
I can't
that's
believe
me.
you all still have questions to ask these guys over like a year and a half later.
Don't you get sick of it?
Well,
Don't you?
people
Don't you
keep
just?
making stuff, and they want us to, say what we think of the
When
stuff.
will you
Yeah.
people accept we're just not interesting?
Oh, shush, Rob. You're very interesting.
All right, when will you accept they're not interesting?
All right, well, I see we're already on a level 4 hype train. Holy
great.
cow,
Thank you.
everyone.
Wait,
You're crazy. So let's jump into the rules so we can get this train rolling because you apparently have a ton of questions. Thank you, thank you, thank you. First and foremost, we're giving priority to bit messages because that is some real world money spent. If we have time at the end, we can get some highlighted messages, but highlighting a message does not guarantee that we are going to see it and read it. Please do not repeat the same thing over and over and over again in chat. You will get timed out or banned. That does also apply to the bit messages because, as you can see, we've been live for 5 minutes and haven't answered any questions yet, but have a level 4 hype train. Therefore, we'll get to it. Don't worry. I've got a list. I promise we'll get to it. It may just be 30 minutes later than what you posted. Please, no spoilers. Yes, Loki happened yesterday. Some people haven't had a chance to see it yet. So please, no spoilers in your questions. It is
Chaplin
just
has not seen
courtesy.
it.
Chaplin hasn't seen it yet. You wouldn't spoil it for Chaplin, would you? Of course not. Gosh, that would be so rude. And please keep your messages fairly short. When they're a paragraph long, I tend to lose the question, and also we just sometimes don't even have time to read it all. I'll just read it really fast, and it might just right over our heads. So please keep your questions short and to the point. I think that's it.
That's
right?
it.
All right.
Well
We got
done.
it.
Sweet. Well then. Oh
do it.
gosh, sorry, golly, I don't know what just happened there. Yeah, y'all.
Things got steamy.
Things
Was
got
that
a
a
little weird.
Pornhub account for a split
Yeah.
second?
No,
What was
no, that was my background, which is my wedding photo. Thank you.
It looked like the back of a woman like
Listen.
naked or something.
Yes, because it
And it was a
rotates through.
compliment,
No, it
obviously.
rotates through some of my wedding photos as the background. So that was me like reaching over to my mom to like prep something.
I'm just
Gosh.
saying you and Lucas are very beautiful people.
It's the Mandela effect of a few seconds. The
That
Mandela
was
effect.
Honestly.
nice guy.
All right. Anyway, let's get started with this. Perfect. Thank you so much for that subscription. Welcome. Appreciate it. Sailor Aaron, thank you for that 5-month subscription. Welcome back. I think did it lose some of these somehow? Sorry, hold on one second, everyone, because I think I saw some bit messages that happened before those things happened. I don't know why my computer is being a weirdo. Hold on, give
Not
me.
missing any questions.
Yeah, yep.
Especially
It was
after,
missing. It was missing a whole
hydrate.
bunch of questions. Okay.
Oh,
All right.
weird.
Luke the Boss, thank you so much for the 50 bits. Hey y'all, hope you're doing well. Have y'all seen the He-Man trailer for Netflix? It looks pretty cool. I never got into the original show, but I remember watching the one from the early 2000s and liked it. I feel like I'm going to like this one as well.
Yeah, I had no interest until I saw that trailer. I'm like, that looked pretty kick-ass. So I'm
I'm
down.
gonna have to see this trailer then.
It's a really
I
rockin'
I have
trailer.
not seen it yet.
Majestic Demon, thank you for the 100 bits. Hello, you fearsome threesome of darkness. How you doing?
Good.
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 So it's light now. Darkness, light, 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 darkness.
Small Movie World, thank you so much for the 2,500 bits. We
Wow.
super appreciate that.
you.
Thank you. Happy belated birthday, Rob. So as you're
Oh, thank
getting
you.
older, if you could tell your younger self one thing or one bit of advice, what would it be? Except to avoid Mamma Mia. That doesn't count.
Don't go down that alley, otherwise you're gonna have to explain it to the judge.
Ooh, interesting.
Wow.
How oddly specific. Monica, thank you for the 50 bits. Hi guys, thoughts on Rob Zombie making the Munsters movie?
I literally heard that from your comment. I saw it earlier and I was like, what? I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, this is a thing.
Yeah, his movies are all over the map, but I love some of them. I want to see it just to see what the hell he does with it. Even if it's terrible or great, I just gotta know what he has planned for it. Because he's like, no, I want to do this. I have a vision. I want to know what the hell it is.
Chorus, thank you for the 50 bits. Shyamalan's last Airbender was bad, except maybe the effects, the music, and a few actors. But is it possible to make a movie about Avatar? After all, it's 23 episodes put together into a 2-hour movie. Could Korra be easier to adapt?
Oh, that'd be even more difficult. No, I see that's
Korra
the
would
thing.
just be harder to adapt because you've got Avatar backstory to contend with. But
Yeah,
I think you could do season 1 as 2 movies.
you think so? See, I already thought that was kind of a lame idea to turn a whole season into a film or 2 films.
I don't know. It's rough. I don't think it translates well, but that would probably be how I would do it. You could probably do the entire series as 6 films, maybe.
B. Bolin, thank you for the 50 bits. Why was Cindy Lou Who boring in the live-action Grinch movie?
Because everything else had to be terrifying. That's why.
All right. Sorry.
Sounds good as any other answer.
Adam Gunther, thank you for the 50 bits. What is your favorite SNL sketch?
Oh man. Well, the Gen Z one. Come on. No. Man, let me think. I like the Eddie Murphy one where he disguises himself as a white dude. I really like that one.
That's a classic. Eddie Murphy doing the Mr. Rogers shtick was also really funny.
Oh, and then Dwayne Johnson as Clark Kent and also
as Nicotrell.
Nicotrell, that was like,
Yeah.
you don't talk to Nicotrell like that. Those were so funny.
Bob Saget had a really good one during like the dark years. Somewhere in the early to mid 90s, but they did America's Funniest Hate videos, and it was just a bunch of hate groups like blowing each other up because they're all rednecks. That was really funny. And then I love all the commercials, whether it's like, I think there was one like colon blow, there was one like a headache tester to see if you have a headache. And then, Uncle Jemima's Mash Liquor. Also an
Would you swat that?
Yeah, he's swatting an imaginary song of the Southbirds. So those are all pretty good.
D-Town, thank you for the 100 bits. Hey, Doug, I like your Tom and Jerry 2021 review.
Thank you. I like yours.
Perfect, thank you for the 50 bits. I just signed my first solo lease on my new apartment. I applied for 3 other places, but this was the one I really wanted, and I got it.
Hey,
Well,
congrats!
congrats. That's awesome.
You're taking your first step into a larger world.
Horace, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug, it's time to put the cards on the table. You didn't have to watch the Clone Wars. Actually, Star Wars Rebels is much more related to The Mandalorian, even if Ahsoka is looking for Thrawn, why Bo-Katan wants a sword, etc.
Cool. I mean, I like Clone Wars. I don't regret it.
Semi-ironic, thank you for the 50 bits. Is there going to be an NC review of Maleficent, Mistress of Evil?
I was thinking about it. Probably not. The more and more I kind of looked at it, it's a mix of a lot of different bads. I mean, the last third does go completely insane, and the first third is very light, fluffy, and sort of dumb. The middle's very boring, though. I think it'd be hard to find stuff to get out of it. So I don't know. Probably not.
Small Movie World, thank you for the 666 bits. Doug, what would you consider the more worse Disney remake? Alice in Wonderland or The Lion King? I'd probably go Alice because as lifeless as Lion King is, Alice completely missed the point of the story altogether.
I'll still say Lion King, because at least, you're right, Alice missed the point, but at least it was trying to give something new.
It tried, yeah. It failed, but it tried.
Majestic Demon, thank you for the 100 bits. I asked this on Tuesday and wanted to hear your opinion, Mr. Rob the Dinosaur Walker. If you had the chance to go to the Warrens Occult Museum, would you go?
Warren's Occult Museum?
The Conjuring couple, they have the Raggedy Ann dolls.
Oh, the Ghost Writer people. But not that ghost writing. No. Ghost stories fascinate me, but not theirs usually, so probably.
You wouldn't want to know the stories behind all those things? See, I thought you'd be down for that. Like, you wouldn't need to see them, but knowing the stories behind them might be interesting.
How to describe it? I like the history behind ghost stories, the folklore, the stuff like that. I'm not a bunch of people running around going, I hear ghosts. The ghost hunter type thing. It just doesn't interest me.
Titaniac, thank you for the 100 bits. Hey Doug, I'm super excited for your SpongeBob, a pal for Gary Dark Tunes. I'm more than excited.
Oh, cool. Yeah, it's probably gonna be next week because I have the In the Heights review coming out this week. But yeah, because it's been a big gap in between the Dark Town. I'm gonna try next month to have that be Courage the Cowardly Dog month for Dark Tunes because I think there's
fun.
enough space open there. So I'll try to do that as well.
Taurus, thank you for the 50 bits. Bo-Katan called Djinn, Mando, a religious zealot, and in the Clone Wars, she burned down the entire village with Vizsla.
That happens.
Fish, thank you for the 50 bits. Did you guys check out the first episode of Loki? And if so, what are your spoiler-free thoughts?
Yeah,
I actually really enjoyed it. It was just the perfect amount of dumb fun.
Well, and my favorite movie, as I've said many times, is Brazil, and the first episode had a very Brazil look and feel to it. So
this
I thought
almost felt like it could have been in the Jupiter Ascending universe as well.
Yeah,
which
in a
was
weird
also
way. Which was also
Terry
ripping off Brazil
Gilliam.
sometimes. Yeah.
Gary Turbo, thank you for the 50 bits. How did Victor manage to go straight Michael Vick on a Big Ten school like Wisconsin, who almost made it to the national championship a few years ago?
I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah. Sorry. Sports ball is not our forte. Small Movie World, thank you for the 666 bits. So will Chaplin and Buster be commissioned for a full series? I'd pay to see that.
We'll see what happens. I know when we do the Cats review, we'll definitely have them in there a little bit.
Noff, thank you for the 100 bits. Don't know if this is on the list for Disney-cember 2021, but what are your thoughts on Once Upon a Time? Because I tried watching some episodes and my brain just couldn't take it any longer.
I never saw it. Rob did Heather too?
Oh, yeah.
It is, in its best moments, it is hilarious garbage. In its worst moments, it's just so cringy even I couldn't do it. But it's a guilty pleasure for a while, but then I got kind of burnt out on it. The further it went along in the seasons, the more I'm just like, I just don't care.
It jumped the shark hard, but like for the first couple of seasons, it's really fun.
No, it was fun. It knew just how to be kind of like trashy, but also like, no, we'll like write a compelling story at the same time. Like, and then it just, I don't know, it leaned too hard into current Disney properties too, which was starting to annoy me. It's like Frozen came out. We should do Frozen. I'm like, how about no?
Or Brave. There's so much you can do with that.
Oh God, Brave. Yeah, I'm just like, I like the original Brave.
Majestic Demon, thank you for the 100 bits. Great job on the Tom and Jerry review, Doug. My favorite joke was when you shot the scene where the guy goes, sorry, he's a little animated.
My biggest concern is that everybody was going to be like, Family Guy did it, but with the plant. But then I thought, yeah, they stole from us enough. We can take something from them.
There you go.
Chorus, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug, if you would put top 5 Disney DVD sequels, which will be? I mean, the From Disney-cember sequels.
Oh, what are the ones that... Tarzan 2 was good. 101 Dalmatians 2 was good. Cinderella 3 was pretty good. God, after that, I don't know. I think they'd be like runner-up prizes.
Eastern 57, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, are you going to include Twitch clips into the Kingdom Hearts reviews? Your Roxas victory was flawless, timeless, and fucking priceless.
Oh, yeah. Flawless was definitely the word to use for that. Yeah, that's actually the footage we were going to use in the reviews. Yeah, so you'll see clips of that.
Hopefully, yeah. Actually, Wayflow, I meant to text you about that, because I'm not sure if you were supposed to be taking those or me, but we'll talk.
I thought he was.
Okay.
I thought he had it.
Wonderful. Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Which version of Cyborg do you prefer, the one in Doom Patrol or the Snyder Cut?
I like them both a lot.
Yeah, that's actually kind of rough.
Yeah,
Snyder Cut did Cyborg right.
But they're different too. That's
yeah,
what
they're
I
not
like.
not exactly the same. I like them both equally.
Yeah, I don't think I can choose. They're both really good.
Titaniac, thank you for the 100 bits. Hey Doug, trust me when I say Amphibia is the closest we have to a spiritual successor to Gravity Falls. It's more of a slow burn with its epic story, but I'm sure you'll enjoy it. See it as soon as you can.
That I can't do because I just started DuckTales. So I gotta get to that first. And then after that, I'm definitely gonna do Tangle next because that's another one everyone tells me. After that, though, maybe.
Small Movie World, thank you for the 666 bits. Whether it's an animated series, a sitcom, or game show, what was for you guys the best Nickelodeon show that you grew up with?
Oh, Double Dare and You Can't Do That on Television.
I'll say Ren and Stimpy. I mean, God, look at that. Come on, how can I not say that?
Perfect, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug, you raised me up for nearly 2 hours on that fight.
That's what they said. They're like, afterwards, they're like, sing that song after you win. I'm like, God damn, yeah, I will.
Anu, thank you for the 50 bits. Hello to one and all. Hello to Gundam Heather, our narrator of bits, and hello to the awesome Walker Brothers, Rudda Duck. I meant Rob and Doug. How are y'all doing?
Yeah, I like Rudda Duck.
Good. Yeah, I like that better. We're going by that from now on.
Chorus, thank you for the 50 bits. So when Clone Wars Season 7 review, did you put the Clone Wars in Disney-cember?
Oh, I mean, I haven't shot it yet, but yeah, I'm going to. And I'll do one for Season 7 coming up. I just haven't gotten around to it yet.
Majestic Demon, thank you for the 100 bits. What inspired Channel Awesome to start streaming? Was it a business decision, or was it just for the love of streaming?
Yes.
A little bit of both. Yeah, a little bit of both.
I'd say kind of both, honestly.
We had the skills and someone who was already doing it, because I've been streaming for longer than the channel has been, and we were able to put this together to just kind of expand our audience and expand our content. And everybody wins!
Yeah, I'm really not kidding. When we call Heather the Twitch Queen, we're like, yes, because she knows so much more about this world than we do.
Titaniac, thank you for the 100 bits. Hey, Doug, what are your thoughts on Prison Break, if either of you have seen it?
Oh, the first season of that show was one of the best seasons on television. Yeah.
First 2 seasons, then 3 gets, like, so bad.
Season 1 in particular, though, was one of the best seasons of television I've ever seen.
Yeah, so
good. It was perfect. And then season 2, I thought it was good, maybe not quite as good, and then season 3, it just... Oh man, that show just completely went belly up, and it was so sad. I loved it.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. Question for all of you. Take a game that already exists, and what will your fanscription version of that be? For example, what if Kratos didn't betray the Greek gods?
Everything okay? Or
yeah, no, it's fine. Don't worry about it. I mean, I feel like I don't know exactly what it would be, but I'd probably do a fanscription for Last of Us 2, because don't get me wrong, okay? I'm not one of those people who's like, Last of Us 2 is the worst video game that ever existed. I loved Last of Us 2, but it's not the story I would have told. I think Naughty Dog told a really good story, but it's not the one I would have told. I don't know specifically what it would be, but I'd probably do it on Last of Us 2.
That's a pretty good answer. Because, yeah, they told a story. I'll give them that.
In the old... There's this old Mario Brothers manga that they used to be in Nintendo Power, and I actually did a whole video on it. And one of the little subplots, they made Princess Peach really badass, surprisingly, in it. And one of them is that she works her way out of the dungeon and escapes herself. And I was thinking, like, that may be kind of a fun game. Like, how does she get out? And it's actually the reverse. and actually what happens is Mario goes in and gets captured, and then she has to break him out. It was really funny. So something like that might be kind of fun. A game, like, just switching it around.
I do. Okay, so spoiler alert for BioShock Infinite, but what if Elizabeth didn't strangle X character in their crib, essentially? What would have happened to the series at that point? I'd be very curious.
Cameron, thank you for the 50 bits. Question for Rob. What was the first anime you ever watched?
Probably Mysterious Cities of Gold on Nickelodeon.
Yeah, or does Transformers or Thundercats count? I mean,
I would. Well, if we're going that, then what was it? Robotech. Yeah, like a lot of like 80s stuff that we didn't realize was anime. If you're talking about something that I was aware was anime, this is from Japan and it's different. Probably Battle Angel Alita and I think Wicked City too. We had Ninja Scroll. There was a lot of stuff we got at the video store that we had rented like the early mid-90s.
Yeah, I think Battle Angel was the first one where I was told this is anime. This is from Japan. This is the style. And then after that, I found Akira and Ninja Scroll, all that stuff.
Yeah, Mysterious Cities was a French-Japanese co-production. Whoever's saying that in chat, so it counts.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. If you could have one character from Doom Patrol appear on NC, who would you want to use?
Oh, Cliff, you kidding me?
Yeah. I was thinking through, I'm like, yeah, I think Cliff.
Small Movie World, thank you for the 666 bits. Doug, this is quite the deep, old school cut, but did you think you would ever do a sequel to your 50 impressions video, maybe with 50 totally different impressions?
Well, again, my voice, I don't want to say it's going because that's not true, but it's like I can't get as high as I used to or as low as I used to. So I don't know how many impressions I could do that well anymore. I feel like Rob's really taking that further. And honestly, if Rob did, it'd be 100 impressions.
Don't oversell me.
Adam Gunther, thank you for the 50 bits. What are your thoughts on Tommy Boy? Would you say it was Chris Farley's best movie?
Unpopular opinion, I don't like that movie. I'm sorry. I tried because I was like, you gotta see Tommy Boy because
my wife and I
everyone said it
disagree over
sucked,
that one.
and
She loves it.
yeah, I know so many people love it, and I want to love it because I like Chris Farley, but I'm just like, it's just not making me laugh. I'm sorry.
Was there any of his movies I actually liked? Probably not. I like Chris Farley. I just didn't. The movies he did, I wasn't a big fan.
There's like scenes from some of the movie. There's scenes from Deep I like. There's scenes from that Lewis and Clark movie I like, but yeah, the films themselves, top of my head, I can't think of one.
Mr. Dank himself, thank you for the 77 bits. Hey, Doug and Rob, what do you think about a career deep dive for Francis Ford Coppola? And what will tomorrow night's beer be?
That hack didn't do anything interesting.
I got two. One is my favorite beer, called Dragon's Milk. So
Dragon's Milk, wonderful.
Oh, New Holland.
And then I got this other Lagunitas like kick your ass IPA beer that I was wanting to try. So it's like I don't know. I have to pick which one before, because I might wrap it up. I'm not sure. And then for the Francis Ford Coppola, it's probably gonna be a while before I do another career dive because the last one didn't even crack 100K. So
we beat you with Fanscription.
Yeah. Which I mean, it's not a big deal, but when you have sponsors in there and they're paying good money, it's like you want to give them as much as you can. So it might be a little bit before you see one.
Perfect. Thank you for the 50 bits. So, Doug, whose OnlyFans are you subscribed to? It's a joke from the new review. That's what they said.
Oh, that's right. I you know what's funny, because I hear things. I've never been to it, so I'm like, I wrote the joke and I'm like, can I get like a screen grab, like what it looks like without it showing anything? Because I had no idea what the front page looks like or anything. So I found something that I think that's what the front page looks like. I'm not sure, but even as so, just assume that I wouldn't be able to show what it really looks like then, for obvious reasons with YouTube.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Which late night SNL star do you like more, John Belushi or Phil Hartman?
Phil Hartman, honestly.
Yeah.
And I really like John Belushi.
Phil Hartman's also more of a voice actor, which I love voice actors, so...
Okay,
but I mean, it's...
Which one's more iconic, John Belushi? Which one do
Oh,
I
absolutely.
really resonate more with? Is more of my kind of humor, Phil Hartman.
That's a good way of putting it.
Small Movie World, thank you for the 666 bits. The best Christopher Nolan film that's not The Dark Knight. For me, probably Inception, although Insomnia and Dunkirk aren't far behind.
Either Insomnia or Memento's pretty damn clever. Like that was
Memento's really
was
good.
really trying different stuff, and like for a while
Nobody-
he really was the director that was trying like different things with genres. I feel like that was like the real lift off of that.
People kind of keep forgetting about The Prestige, but I actually really liked that movie.
I was just gonna say I have a soft spot for The Prestige. Semi-ironic, thank you for the 50 bits. What does the thumbnails for who does the thumbnails for the NC reviews?
It depends. It's either Doug or me. So
yeah, it's sort of whoever has. Like during the when Rob was doing the fanscription for Batman Forever, like I did, them. But yeah, we gotta go back and forth just depending on who has time.
Gary Turbo, thank you for the 50 bits. When will Doug do a hot tub stream on Twitch with that sexy six-pack?
Well, my six-pack is in the fridge. So, yeah, I'm hot enough already.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. What are your thoughts on the character Vicious from Cowboy Bebop? Do you find him to be compelling villain or just generic?
Oh, I like him.
I like him a lot.
I like him a lot.
But I will admit, a lot of that.
But that show works on mystery, so you're not going to get a whole ton of backstory with anybody. You get just enough.
I was going
which
to
is
say,
what
I
I
wonder
like
if
about it.
half of that, and that's not necessarily to diss the character, but if half of it is just Spike's reaction to him. But that also feeds into it as well.
Totally.
Yeah, like when I hear great villains, it's like Vicious doesn't pop in there yet. He's still, when you mention him, it's like, well, yeah, of course it's a good character, you know.
It's like Julia. How much of Julia do you actually see in the show?
Not much.
Yeah.
Not much. It's
Or
all based
Sauron
on
or something
Spike
like that.
talking about her, and it's his reaction to Julia. So it's the same concept.
Real quick, there's an anime called Last Exile, which is weirdly not talked about much, and the build-up for the villain in that, and this one character, this young kid, when he knows she's coming, these rose petals fall, and just his reaction alone was like, who is this? And I thought that was like one of the best, like, intimidating villain introductions, and that there's several scenes like that with this villain. And I don't even remember the villain's name or even what she looks like, but the introduction.
I think it was Delphine or Delphina.
I think
or something
so,
like
yeah.
that.
Just like the introduction of her and just the overall mood when she was near was so threatening. I always thought that was really neat.
That was a fun show. I enjoyed that one.
Horace, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug, when you watch Star Wars Rebels finally, do you put old versus new with Clone Wars because both series are similar and different?
I don't know. Oh, I mean, I'm not going to do like an episode on it or anything, but I don't know. I got to wait till I see it to see if it makes sense to compare them.
Small Movie World, excuse me, thank you for the 666 bits. What movie or movies define the childhood experience for you guys? I just rewatched the Goonies today, and watching it I had some flashbacks to growing up with my friends in my neighborhood and getting up to hijinks over the summer, minus treasure ships and evil criminals, obviously.
I mean, a lot, but I don't know. When I think like, yeah, life is good, like this is, like childhood, this is great. Like, I guess the ones that pop in my head, maybe like Batman and the Ninja Turtles movie, like that. That's
those
just
are really
one of those
good.
where I'm like, it's good to be a
From when
kid.
I was
God damn it.
from when I was a little kid, like Flight of the Navigator, Explorers were both really good. One of the favorite summers I ever had was the year Jurassic Park came out. I was like 13, I think.
Oh, and then we actually got this coming up. Roger Rabbit. That was another one where it's
That was
just like
another
a
good one.
mind blowing. Oh my god, I can't believe this movie exists.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Do you think Indiana Jones 5 could work since James Mangold is directing, or do you feel it's dead on arrival?
It's
I'm
just
sure
gonna
James-
depend on the script, really.
Yeah.
I'm not sure who that is. I don't know. It's like I'm not against another one simply because the last one was so
Sucked.
underwhelming. Oh, it's the guy who did Logan. Okay,
Mhm. It could be good.
I'm open to it. Yeah.
Majestic Demon, thank you for the 100 bits. How do you choose what you're going to review for Disney-cember? Do you decide based on what you want to talk about or by popular demand?
Yes. It's a mix of the two.
Horace, thank you for the 50 bits. Do you watch He-Man 2002 and other Transformers series besides G1, the 80s series, like Beast Wars Animated or Prime?
I think I saw not when it came out. It was a little later, but I think I saw the later He-Man one, and it was neat. Like, I didn't think it was phenomenal, but it was neat. I never did see the spin-off Transformers stuff. I did watch it as a kid, but I was never huge into it, so yeah, it was never 100% my thing.
Jockscab, thank you for the 50 bits. Hello and a good Thursday to you three. Doug, Roxas and the tree wanted me to give you a message. They say, think, Doug, think.
That's good. It's only think. He says it once. I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm obsessed with that.
Small Movie World, thank you for the 666 bits. Opinions on the X-Files. Recently started watching it for the first time. A few episodes in and I'm already so in love with Scully-Mulder dynamic.
Yeah, I like it.
I love the two characters. My one thing about the X-Files is I love all the side filler episodes way more than anything having to do with the main plot. The
Well, it's good to
side
have a
episodes
variety,
and
yeah.
Monster of the Week episodes are actually really good,
Oh, the
which
last
is
few
rare
seasons,
for a show.
last few seasons get pretty bad too.
Yeah,
But the last
but the-
episode's okay.
The mythology of X-Files, could care less about. I just enjoyed the random monsters they faced.
General Kenobi, thank you for the 50 bits. Hey Doug, here in a couple of weeks I'm going to be doing a couple of videos on Carmen Sandiego, and I'll be talking about the Netflix series. I was wondering your thoughts on the Netflix Carmen series.
I have never seen it. What I heard about it, I don't like. I don't like that they make her a girl. I don't like that they make her a hero. Like, no, she's actually gonna save the day. She's stealing stuff for good. That's doing the whole Disney, the villains aren't really villains thing that I don't like. But I have not seen the show. Maybe it's done really well, so I really shouldn't comment on it. But just from what I heard about it, all right, well, am I right?
It's fine, but yeah, that was my big problem. I'm like, why is Carmen Sandiego? Well, we gotta have girl power. Then why not have a girl chasing Carmen Sandiego? Like, why do we have to turn her into a good guy? She's kind of a vaguely Robin Hoodish kind of, and she's much younger.
And San Diego's cool as that, like in the other cartoon show with the two kids chasing her. Like, she was awesome. She was a cool.
Fine. I'm not gonna sit here and say it's ruining anybody's childhood, but at the same time, I'm like, why not just do? But that's me. I'm not the target audience.
Titaniac, thank you for the 100 bits. Hey Doug, have you heard of Super Robot Monkey Team Hyperforce Go? It's like a mix between Power Rangers and Teen Titans. It might be worth checking out on Disney Plus. Spoilers, it's a great show.
What's on Disney Plus? Okay, that sounds really familiar. Like, hearing all that, I'm like, I've heard this, but I can't remember where. I don't think I've ever seen the show actually, but I have definitely heard of it before.
CM Sully, thank you for the 100 bits. Has anybody else seen the new He-Man trailer? It's amazing.
I thought it looked pretty fucking cool.
Vanmore TV, thank you for the 50 bits. Do you know that the guy that directed the first two Home Alone and Harry Potter's is making the Five Nights at Freddy's movie? Do you think it will turn out good with him involved? You guys are legends, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Chris Columbus is kind of hit and miss, so we'll have to see. There are some films of his I love, and some I'm just like, ugh.
That's another one of those people where it's like, even though I don't always get into his movies, he seems like a fucking awesome guy.
Oh yeah, I'm just
he does an interview. He seems like a smart, intelligent, individual. Even though, even if a movie sucks, he's like, yeah, I know.
Yeah, that wasn't one of my best.
Gary Turbo, thank you for the 50 bits. What are some of your favorite movie/TV/video game/comic vehicles? Mine are KITT, BA, Barkus Van, Ghost Rider's Hell Cycle, Batmobile, and the Agent's vehicle on Crackdown.
Yeah,
I loved KITT.
The 89 Batmobile. Though I do have a soft spot for the Batman Forever one. It's just so fucking crazy, and I don't know. I mean, look at all that shit. That's a Batmobile I like too.
Even though now it would be considered problematic, the General Lee from Dukes of Hazzard. I loved that car.
I thought you were gonna say the Batmobile, because it looks like a dick.
No.
It's a Schumacher movie.
The cars from The Great Race, the Leslie Special and the Hannibal Twin 8. And the Mach, was it the Mach 5, the Speed Racer car? I like that one too.
Small Movie World, thank you for the 420 bits. Any opinions on Martin McDonagh's films? Donahue's? I don't know. In Burgess, 7 Psychopaths, 3 Billboards. Adore all of them, and he's probably one of the most underrated directors of the last decade.
I did like 3 Billboards, especially the ending. I was like, I'm watching it like, this movie will be really good if it ends here, and it does. I'm like, okay, this was really good. 7 Psychopaths, I thought maybe took itself too seriously, but maybe I gotta see it again. I don't know. It looked like it was gonna be more funny, and I don't think I saw the other one, so I guess I'm half and half then.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug and Rob, with all the recent UFO talk in the news, what kind of aliens do you think we'll get? Kryptonians, Predators, ETs, Venoms, Thanoses, or the cockroaches from Men in Black?
The Andromeda strain.
Didn't you see the Angry Video Game Nerd movie? It's going to be an ET alien that looks nothing like ET.
Majestic Demon, thank you for the 100 bits. If you've seen the show, what is your favorite lip sync battle performance besides Tom Holland's? That's not fair. Tom Holland's is clearly the best. That's not even fair.
Was it John Cena? Did he do the other one? Who did Let It Go? That was pretty funny. I thought it was him.
That sounds right.
Yeah, but I mean, it's clearly Tom Holland.
Really quickly, I forgot to mention the Bluesmobile. That's another vehicle I love.
Prime over 9,000, thank you for the 50 bits. Now you did a fanscription Batman Return. Any chance for a fanscription of Tim Burton's version of Batman and Robin?
Never. No, actually, we're totally doing that. I don't know when. I don't know if that's going to be slated for this winter or if Walter wants to do it next year, but yeah, Walter has plans.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Who is your favorite Star Trek villain besides Khan?
Q.
Oh, I love Q. Good choice.
Yeah.
Gul Dukat on DS9 was really good too.
Oh, honestly, the Borg. I think that's such a cool, creepy idea.
Evercore, thank you for the 50 bits. Do you plan on doing anything to celebrate when your channel hits 1 billion views?
Jesus. I don't know.
Where are we now, even?
I don't even know. Yeah, I'm terrible at keeping track of the numbers. I go more for how long we've been doing it. Next year is going to be like our 15th year. Like, that's more how I track it. I don't really do how many videos we've done. So, I don't know. Get drunk. That's always the answer.
Jockscab, thank you for the 50 bits. In relation to yesterday's review, Doug, what is your opinion on the Tom and Jerry cartoons directed by Gene Deitich and Chuck Jones? They don't hold a candle to the Hanna-Barbera era, but I think they have their moments.
I think the Chuck Jones are my least favorite.
Well, honestly, after seeing everything else that has come after, I don't know if I can say that anymore. I
love the classic.
Yeah, I forgot about the Gene ones. I really don't like the Gene ones, if I'm remembering them correctly. Chuck Jones has some good, how do I put it? It's good if you don't see him as Tom and Jerry, if that makes sense.
He's also hampered, I think, by a studio note that said must not be as violent. So.
Well, I don't know. They still seemed pretty violent, but a lot of times they would kind of make up at the end and stuff like that. The look. It was a little slower too. I mean,
like
he was getting
Simpsons
older in his
episode,
age, but
Itchy and Scratchy seem to have lost their edge.
but they're fine. But you can clearly tell a difference. And the other guy, I never really got into. If they're the ones I'm thinking of, where they're like always friends and get along. So I don't know.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug and Rob, when will we expect an NC review of Cruella?
I don't have that much to say about it. That I think I could get many laughs. I really
still
enjoy
gotta
it.
see it. Once it becomes free, then I'm gonna see it.
Yeah. I honestly really, really had a good time with it. It's only the last bit where I think it goes off the rails, but I don't know. I think a lot of it speaks for itself and what's fun about it. I mean, I'll do a Disney-cember. The Disney-cember will be the closest thing I do with it.
Teja Payne, thank you for the 50 bits. What live-action movie would you like to see be turned into a live-action series? I think maybe they meant animated series, like a live-action movie to an animated series, because then they said, honestly, I would love an Indiana Jones cartoon.
God, haven't they all been made?
I was saying, I was like Ghostbusters. Oh wait, they did that.
Yeah, I don't. The closest I can think of is that I'd love to see X-Men because they're in the MCU. I'd love to see the MCU do it, but as a TV show, a live-action TV show. I think would be really cool because that could give you more time to really expand on the characters and add new characters and stuff like that. In terms of animated, yeah, I can't think of too much else.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. What is your favorite Disney villain death? Clayton's pretty dark in Tarzan.
Clayton's pretty good.
That's really dark. I like Frollo's nice and dark too, where he's like fucking Satan there for a second.
You know what always pops in my head, and I don't think it's like the best one, the most memorable, but it's always the first one that pops in my head. It's a forgettable villain in Oliver and Company, where he's in this car, he's standing up, and this train just blasts him away. It's the way it's animated.
Oh, yeah.
His eyes go really tiny. You see the car fly off, and then you see this train just fly by, and just all the smoke and wheels and stuff. You swear if they threw blood in there, they would. Something about the way it was animated was very satisfying.
same era. Rescuers Down Under, George C. Scott's character. He goes over a waterfall, which is dark, but I just love it for the fact that his lizard companion just waves goodbye.
Poke Nutcase, thank you for the 111 bits. For Heather, I bet you didn't know this. Pokemon once had an educational website called the Learning League back in 2006. I did not know that because I was in college at the time, so I probably would not have cared to visit it. Chorus, thank you for the 50 bits. Which nostalgia critic regret the most? You think it's your worst review? In my opinion, it's The Wall, but maybe you have another review on the mind.
I'm trying to think. Worst one, like for me, when I look back and I go, it's probably down to the Bard's Nightmare one because I was years behind. I didn't keep up with it. It was like the third or fourth attempt years later because something always went wrong, and I just didn't keep up. And even I acknowledge my heart wasn't in it. I'm like, oh, well, this will be a fast, easy video, whatever. And then everybody hated it. I'm just like, yeah, no, you're right. That wasn't that good. I have a soft spot for The Wall, but again, I always say I know what I was trying to say, and I don't think I got it across very well because I was being so experimental. So if somebody dislikes it, I get it. I'm not gonna be like, hey, why are we saying this? No, if it doesn't come across, it doesn't come across. But I'd probably say the Bart's Nightmare one is probably the one for me.
Sailor Aaron, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, have you seen A Silent Voice yet? Have you gotten a chance to see it with Rob yet? If you have any thoughts, if you haven't, I'm gonna wait. Take your time.
We are watching it this weekend.
I didn't see that, but I think this might be the person that's also asking about Princess Tutu, the show.
Yep, it is.
Okay, I did see that. Okay, I saw that. It is not my thing. But I will say this: the weird shit in it, I really liked. Like a cat being the teacher, and then like the boys dating an anteater and stuff like that. That fucking shit was great. Where I was legit like, what is this? This is like, you know, surreal writing 101, and I'm kind of loving it. Everything else, it's fine. It's totally fine. It's just not my thing. But the weird shit was enjoyably weird.
Majestic Demon, thank you for the 100 bits. Which actors do you think are talented actors but always choose to play in bad movies?
Oh boy, God, there's a lot. Denzel Washington has picked a lot of bad movies. What's her name? The House Bunny scary movie. She's so funny.
Oh gosh. I know who you mean, the blonde. I can totally see her face.
I'm blanking on her. Oh my God. Help me out, chat, quick. No, not Jeremy Irons. Help me.
Anna Faris. Anna Faris.
Thank you. Anna Faris is one. And thank you. Now there's like a million of them. When she was alive, Brittany Murphy, I thought that was a phenomenal talent, and like about half the movies she did were just But I always thought she was good in them.
Fish, thank you for the 50 bits. Hey Rob, are you going to check out Netflix's Cowboy Bebop when it comes out? I personally wasn't too interested in it until they announced that Yoko Kanno was returning to do the music.
Yeah, those bastards.
Cool. I know, right?
I was just like, I'm not gonna do that. Well, Yoko Kanno's doing the music. I'm like, son of a bitch.
And did you see his spike hair?
I'll watch it. I'll at least watch one episode. So
that's pretty fucking cool, man.
Yeah.
I'll probably get the soundtrack on MP3 one way or the other.
WWE, thank you for the 50 bits. Will you review the Peanuts movie?
God, I forgot that was a thing.
Oh yeah.
Probably not. I don't think there's a ton to say about it. It's not bad. It's not great. It's a totally passable movie. Probably not.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. What are your thoughts on the Miss Minutes cartoon scene in Loki? I thought it was fun.
I thought it was cool that was Tara Strong who did the voice.
Yeah.
The only problem I have is the rest of the animation was clearly hand-drawn. It looked good, and she was clearly 3D, but they put lines on her. I thought you should have hand-drawn her too, complete the cheapness. But I thought that was pretty neat.
No, that whole sequence had me howling, so it's great.
Alan, thank you for the 10-month subscription. Welcome back.
You.
Just with, what can I say? I love Channel Awesome.
Love you.
Thank you. Carmen, thank you for the 50 bits. Hey, Doug, have you ever thought about reviewing Scooby-Doo Curse of the Lake Monsters? It's cornier than its predecessor.
I mean, spoiler, it's literally the next one.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, so, good timing on that.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Do you think Cowboy Bebop would be as good as it is without Ed? The live-action show may be cutting her out, apparently.
Oh, you can't do that. It's
No,
like
I don't know if they can. I mean, yeah.
I mean, okay, yeah,
it wouldn't be.
Ed,
It would still be an amazing show, but Ed does add something to it.
Ed is the wild card element.
Yeah.
Because they're all kind of weird and outsider, and then she's just like in her own different. Everyone's in their own unique world, but she especially is just in her own unique.
I think
world.
Shinichiro Watanabe said that she isn't even like human compared to the other characters. He drew her in such a way where
Yeah,
she's
she's
almost
drawn
alien-like. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, it'd be a shame, but I don't know. I do feel like they would need a character like that, just some kind of character that's in their own.
Maybe Ein talks this time around.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, honestly, even if you have Ein, like, yeah, with a little metal thing that makes him talk or something like that, that'd be silly, and Ed would be better. But it's like, okay, just something truly bizarre that's always there.
Cameron, sorry. Yeah, I definitely read your name as Carmen. Dyslexia gets the best of me sometimes. I apologize.
Oh, you know what's so funny? When I looked at the name there, I was like, well, why? She said Carmen. Oh, it's Cameron.
Yeah, right? Dyslexia buddies, Doug. Gary Turbo, thank you for the 50 bits. Do you think it would be a good idea for Amazon to buy back former MGM properties from Warner Brothers?
I mean, I don't think Warner Brothers will let them go.
No.
Especially with HBO Max and stuff. So I don't think it's worth it.
Majestic Demon, thank you for the 100 bits. I swear, people start theorizing about Mephisto again after only one episode of Loki. I'm gonna lose my marbles.
It's what was it from House? It isn't Lupus. It isn't Mephisto.
Twilight Sky, thank you for the 100 bits. This has been bugging me recently, but is there a reason that the camera in the newer Nostalgia Critic episodes is closer to you and not showing the desk?
Well, the desk you rarely saw. For the first couple of years, it was a massage table, actually. That's how I could slam my head so hard on it.
Fun facts.
But part of it is a little bit of a sound issue because it's in our guest bedroom, and the further away I am from it, you can hear a little bit of an echo, or a reverb, I should say. So when
Once
I
we go back to the studio, it shouldn't be a problem.
Well, the funny thing is actually a little bit more of a reverb at the studio.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, because there's like I tried to bring in more furniture. We have like what are those little squares, the foam squares and stuff like that. But it's still a big room, and we've tried to get it down, and it's down more than it was before. But yeah, that's usually the main reason. But also, the desk is literally a TV tray. That's part of it too. So I do try to go in a little tighter so you don't see that.
B. Bolin, thank you for the 50 bits. Are you a regular viewer of Defunctland? If you are, what TV shows are you interested in checking out that he did a video on?
I've
Most of them I
seen
saw.
some of them because he did. Yeah, a lot of them I've seen. Like the Disney Mouser size one was a blast.
Yeah.
Past.
Carmen Sandiego was really cool. I never see. He just did this one on like this reality show.
Ruffman?
Yeah, it's a reality.
Yeah, I've never
show,
seen that.
PBS that was about that, but it was educational too, and that was really neat because I never even saw that thing before, and apparently it was a big hit. So that was kind of neat.
Alan, thank you for the 100 bits. Hey, Doug, Rob, and Heather, have you watched the first episode of Loki yet? I still need to watch it.
Yeah, I liked it.
Liked it a lot. M. Tapid, thank you for the 100 bits. Hey, Doug, this year marks the 10th anniversary of Disneycember. Are you thinking of doing something special for the occasion? Also, would you like to review Recess, the TV series, this year? For Disneycember.
I am doing something special. I'm reviewing Kingdom Hearts.
Woo!
Spoiler. Yeah, I didn't know that. 10 years. Wow. Was it Recess? I saw the movie, which was cute. And the show looks cute. Maybe somewhere down the line, like maybe next year, because I feel like there's so many other shows. Now I got to do Rebels, probably next year. That amphibian one. I mean, honestly, does look kind of interesting. I'm curious to check that out. I don't know. Maybe next year, if not the year after. Oh, Proud Family I also wanted to see too.
Ooh,
that looked like
I like Proud Family. Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Which Disneycember month was more of a drag for you with its movies? The direct-to-DVD movies or the Disney Channel original movies?
I would imagine the direct-to-DVD, but
DComs are great.
What do you think?
Man, it's hard to say. Because I'm such a sucker for animation, even bad animation kind of fascinates me. So the bad Disney Channel movies, because when they're bad, they're boring. That's the thing. I don't really recall any of the animated sequels being boring. They're dumb and they make me want to scream, but they weren't boring. But a lot of the Disney Channel movies were surprisingly pretty decent too. So, but if I had to choose, I guess I'll say that the Disney Channel movies.
Kermit Wazowski, thank you for the 50 bits. I see that Chaplin and Buster series proposal and raise you a Lloyd and Chaplin buddy detective show with Buster as the tag-along kid brother.
Yeah, it would make sense again. I mean, I think Brad's been talking about whether or not he wants to do another season, like with the animators and stuff. So, yeah, if that happens, we'll see if we can get Chaplin in there.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug and Rob, do you suspect a new trilogy for Matrix after the 4th installment?
If it makes money.
Yeah,
that's all you need.
And what's funny, if you watch the show Blackish, it's funny seeing Lawrence Fishburne go, because he's gotten older, put on weight and stuff like that. And then suddenly, like, he's still overweight, but he looks a lot slimmer and fitter. And it's like, oh, I wonder why this is.
Bernsey, thank you for that 18-month subscription. Welcome back. I'm free watching this at a nearby pub. Pubs and restaurants are open today, and I'm getting a beer. Oh, Doug, how are things with you?
Good.
That's awesome. Glad you're living it up.
Yeah.
Majestic Demon, thank you for the 100 bits. Do you plan what you're going to do for NC reviews and theme months a year in advance?
Usually not that far. No, there's even like sometimes, like I'm still going back and forth between like, do I want to do Godzilla versus Kong? Like do I want to talk about that? Because I like them both, but I'm not an expert on both of them. But the movie's fun and I can talk about it. So it's like, sometimes even before it comes out, or it's around when it comes on Blu-ray, I'm just like, do I still want to do this? I don't know. So no, usually not that far ahead. I do write down what I think about doing in like the theme months. I still have like 4 or 5 that are like possibilities for next year.
Horace, thank you for the 50 bits. Do we get another AVGN versus NC fight? How fans react that it's a nerd won and beat you, how you both decided that nerd won and why.
Oh, how do we decide, I think is what they're made.
Because Doug is always Daffy Duck. He always has to lose.
Yeah, and he's like Bugs Bunny. He literally has Bugs Bunny in his video. Like he literally wears white, I wear black. Like the oldest cliche of good guy, bad guy. But as I usually say, because they're always like, when's the next Critic and Nerd video? I'm like, not only did we milk that for all it's worth, I feel like we bought the cow and chopped it up and ate the hamburger, So it's really only something if it's like, dude, we really want to do this. Like out of nowhere, he was like, dude, I really want to do a crossover on the Tom Cruise Mummy. It's like, oh, if you really want to, sure. It just kind of works that way. Or like with Dark Toons, like, I was asking him for some, and he talked about the Popeye episode, and he was really passionate about it. I was just like, do you want to just do the episode together? Yeah, sure. So that's really how it works. We're not like, okay, in 5 years from now, we're going to do another fight, kind of like that.
Anu, thank you for the 50 bits. As a European guy, I need to know what you think of Eurotrip, a movie with a silly parody of Europe, and if you watch it, ask yourself, do Scotty know, or does Scotty know?
I never did see it.
No, the one movie that would be closest to that would be National Lampoon's European Vacation, which I thought was hilarious. So,
Bernsey, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug, would you consider doing a video about movie music? First movie I remember, The Sting with a jazz soundtrack. Next, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head. Then Jaws, Dunna, Dunna. Rocky, I'm sure you could find a song. Star Wars, then Superman in '79. Alien. What would a movie soundtrack of CA's YouTube video sound like? Could CA make that?
Wow, it's a lot.
Good luck with that one, Doug.
I'll just say no. Because YouTube copyright claims, yes, they come down hard on movies. They come down even harder on music.
Oh, yeah.
So most things on music, we have to be super, uber careful about. Anyone that reviews like music videos or anything like that, they'll tell you. They probably get even more claims than we do. So we're super, super careful about that. And we try to keep it super, super tight and limited.
Perfect. Thank you for the 50 bits. For the next charity stream, would you all watch Garbage Pail Kids and the Barney the Dinosaur movie? We are limited to whatever is on Amazon Prime for watch parties. So
yep.
I could not tell you.
I'd be shocked if they weren't on there, honestly.
Actually, they just added the Sonic movie, and a part of me was like, do I set a bit goal for us watching the Sonic movie live on stream?
No, so we'll lose money on that.
Hooray, I get to relive the boredom of watching it the
What?
first time.
We'll have to pay money back. They'll like give to the charity and then find out when we're making fun of the movie. They'll be like, I want my money back.
Horace, thank you for the 50 bits. I hope that you check out Owl House and true spiritual successor to Gravity Falls.
I heard Owl House is good too. I don't know if it wrapped up yet though. So I'm trying to watch the shows that have, wrapped up and the seasons are done and everything.
Bernsey, thank you for the 50 bits. There used to be movies that would talk about this actor and then move to another, and next thing you know, decades passed. I didn't see Godfather in the theaters, but you couldn't make a movie about great movie actors throughout the years without Al Pacino or Robert De Niro. CA makes a video with Leslie Nielsen and Airplane. Which actors would CA use until COVID hit?
Yes.
What? I missed.
I didn't follow that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, the
yeah.
last question is CA makes a video with Leslie Nielsen and Airplane. Which actors would CA use until COVID hit? I'm sorry. I don't know if I know what you're asking, Bernsey.
This sounds like some
Sorry.
weird SAT question.
Dustin, thank you for the 100 bits. What are your thoughts on Breaking Bad? It's my favorite TV show of all time.
I liked it, but I didn't love it until Saul and Gus and Michael entered the picture, because I thought they were, even though Bryan Cranston and everybody in there, it's a great character study. I know what they're doing. I just so didn't care what happened to them. I'm like, I so didn't like them. I know that's the idea, but I hate them so much. Where when those other three came into the picture, I'm like, I love these people. I'm fascinated by them. That's why I like watching Better Call Saul a little bit more, even though I know Breaking Bad's technically a better show.
Titaniac, thank you for the 100 bits. Hey Doug, I personally think the Jungle Book 2016 is one of the best remakes ever. I respect most of your opinions, but this, Should I read the original book to help me understand?
Yeah. Honestly, it's a very quick read. It's very short. Mowgli's Brothers is the specific story. There are other stories around that too in the book.
I thought Jungle Book was the second best of the remakes. I didn't think it was great though, but
and here's the thing too. The animated Jungle Book is honestly fine, even though it's very different from the book. And I feel like the remake was trying to combine them, and they really do not go. They're two very different things. And even like the ending of the animated one, I love the song that's sung, and it kind of lures Mowgli in. I thought that's such a charming scene, and they couldn't even have that in there. So I feel like they just cut out all the interesting parts of the animated one and the book. So I don't know. If you enjoy it, though, there's nothing wrong with that. On a technical level, I really legit did not know that was all CG. Like, everything, the outside was CG, and that was really, really impressive.
Chorus, thank you for the 50 bits. Do you watch Xena and Hercules? I love this series when they out and still love.
I watched them occasionally, and then there were like two. There was Bruce Campbell in one, like I think it was like Jack of All Trades or something. I saw some of that, and then there was another, like, was it Sinbad? Was that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there were like four running simultaneously, but I enjoyed them. I mean, they were just fun trash. And Bruce Campbell talks about how he had a blast shooting because they were in New Zealand and they could kind of just do whatever they wanted.
Yeah, if it was on, I'd watch it, but I'd never like seek it out. You know what I mean?
Page of Pain, thank you for the 50 bits. So, suggestion for top 11. Top 11 good things about the Hobbit movies.
I like the first one, actually. I never did see the third one. Everyone's like, just don't even waste your time.
I don't know if I could come up with 11 things. I really did not like those movies, and I love Lord of the Rings. So.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I'll see. That might be a little interesting.
Fish, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug, it's funny you mentioned that Loki felt Gillum-esque, because I swear those rectangular doors were straight out of Time Bandits.
Yeah, the posters seemed out of
everything about it.
I
loved
mean,
it.
1984, Brazil, practically the same thing. Yeah, I'd be shocked if whatever the production designer, the writer, the director did not see his movies.
Perfect. Thank you for the 50 bits, and I'm not sure we're going to answer that, just this out of respect, but what do you think Andy Kaufman would be doing right now if he didn't die?
Uh, I don't
Still
know.
trolling people, probably.
Yeah, well, that is because you could argue he was like the first troll. So and trolling has come just light years since his age. So it would be interesting. Would he keep, like one step ahead, or would he kind of fall behind to what's being done with technology and the internet?
I
don't
think
know.
he'd keep one step ahead, considering how far ahead he was to begin with.
Yeah.
The bigger question is, what sort of impact would he have had on pop culture had he remained?
D-Town, thank you for the 69 bits. What is the best Disney TV villain? It's a Doofenshmirtz.
Xanatos and Demona, both of them.
Oh yeah, no, Gargoyles, yeah. Jonathan Frakes and was it Marina Sirtis?
Yeah, phenomenal.
Really good.
Cameron, thank you for the 70 bits. Hey Heather, I liked your walkthrough of Pokemon Snap. Do you have a favorite Pokemon? Mine's Alolan. I never know how to say it. I'm sorry. Raichu. I'm a big fan of Gyarados. I love Gyarados. Perfect. Thank you for the 50 bits. Anyways, I have to go to work. Doug, what would you do if Chaplin and Buster actually started speaking in the voices that you gave them?
Check his meds.
Yeah, piss myself repeatedly.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Which voice in a Studio Ghibli movie felt more out of place for you? Andy Richter in The Cat Returns or Phil Hartman in Kiki's Delivery Service?
Oh, I thought Phil Hartman was perfect. Andy Richter, because
that was a girl.
It was a woman.
Yeah.
I swore in the original.
Yeah, like it was designed. It was designed like a woman. It looked very feminine. It had kind of the feminine hair. So to hear that voice come out, I was just like, oh,
I love Andy Richter too, but I just thought that was horrible miscast.
That was a weird choice. Yeah.
Majestic Demon, thank you for the 100 bits. What are your top 5 Pixar films? Mine are Toy Story 3 in first, The Incredibles in second, Original Toy Story third, Finding Nemo in fourth, and Toy Story 4 in fifth.
I don't know if I can rank them, but I like Ratatouille, Soul, Coco. I do like the Toy Story films.
Okay, for me, it'd be Inside Out, Soul.
Oh yeah, and Inside Out. Yeah, I forgot about
that. Coco. Even though I keep forgetting this one. Up, and then I guess I'll say Toy Story 2.
The first 10 minutes of Up.
Sailor Aaron, thank you for the 100 bits. So Doug, in a future Disney-cember, will you review more Disney Channel shows like the live-action sitcoms or more cartoons? I would love you to watch shows like Witch or Oban Star Racers.
Never even heard of those. I'll have to see. I'm assuming it's going to be more animated and then also Marvel because they're doing shows with that too. Again, it's going to be sort of gauging what people probably want me to do because even though Recess isn't a new show, I feel like people would like to see what I think about that. So, yeah, hopefully it'll be a mix, but I get a feeling it's going to be animated.
Prime over 9,000, thank you for the 50 bits. Would you guys review Brendan Fraser Fury Vengeance? Furry Vengeance, maybe?
I believe it's Furry Vengeance.
Sorry, they probably typed that and I just misread it, probably. Sorry.
I haven't seen it, but I've got requests for it for a while, so maybe I'll look into it. I kind of forgot it existed until you brought that up. I'm like, oh yeah, I used to get a lot of recommendations for that.
LePew, thank you for the 50 bits. Would you a career dive on the NC cast and crew?
Go gentle, Doug.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say, seeing how they're doing right now, it's like, yeah, sure, let's turn it on ourselves. The numbers will do even better.
Where are they now?
Yeah, that would be funny. Where's the NC now? Buy the NC.
Jockscab, thank you for the 50 bits. Heather, a follow-up to an earlier question. What's your favorite evolution? Mine is Espeon. I love Vaporeon, but I'm also an original 150 girl myself, and I loved water types, so I'm gonna go with Vaporeon. Chorus, thank you for the 50 bits. I would recommend watching Scooby-Doo and Mystery Incorporated. It's the best Scooby series. Apart from Monster of Week, we have a Cthulhu-like monster puzzle prison under the city, and people in this series die for real from guns, bombs, etc.
Cool. Yeah, sounds good. I might check it out.
WWE, thank you for the 50 bits. Do you watch Rick and Morty? What do you think of the announced Seth Rogen TMNT reboot, and what are you hoping for?
Yeah, it's a lot.
I love Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
I didn't hear about that reboot, so I don't know what I'm hoping for.
I did hear about it, and it, I saw something released, like they're gonna put him in like school or something and make him human. I don't know.
That
it
was
all
a
sounded-
rumor.
But they had like footage.
Oh,
like,
really?
I thought, I thought I saw like animated footage. But then is it a cartoon?
Yeah,
or
it's
is it-
gonna be
I
a
don't know.
cartoon.
So I don't know. I did hear he wanted to focus more on the teenager element. I always thought that was something that was kind of missing from like the original show. So I don't know if the other shows did it, but so that'd be fun to kind of focus on.
Adam Gunther, thank you for the 50 bits. What are your thoughts on Gene Hackman as Lex Luthor in the original Superman movie? You think he was a good villain?
Oh, I love him.
Yeah, he's great for what it is.
Otisburg.
Yeah, I do like that for as silly as they make him. He could be legit menacing too.
I love that one line he has where he's like, "Is this how you get your kicks, Luthor? Plotting the death of innocent people? No, causing the death of innocent people."
Yeah,
It's a
no,
great line.
he's really good. Though you could argue it's like, is that the best Lex? No, probably not.
No,
but for
I
what
mean
that
they're
movie
all
called
different.
for- Yeah, for what that movie called for, I think he did a really good job.
M Tappet, thank you for the 100 bits, and I think maybe they just didn't realize we get behind on bit messages because they once again asked, since this year marks 10 years of Disney-cember, would you like to do something special to mark the occasion?
Yes, Kingdom Hearts.
Steven,
Same.
thank you for the 50 bits. Hi, you guys. It's nice to see all of you on. It's been a wild and busy week, and you guys always brighten my day.
Oh, thank you. Brighten my day hearing that. Thank you.
Anu, thank you for the 50 bits. If you all are vaccinated, will we see Heather at Doug's place doing the Kingdom Hearts streams? We almost did last week.
Yeah, we had well, it's funny because we were saying, like, if I can't defeat him after 2 hours, maybe, she's like, do you want me to do it? Mommy, can you, not my older sister, can you defeat this? I can't do it. So we talked about it, but that one, I think, got like the most numbers we've ever gotten on it. So it's like, you would think people would disappear, but apparently they're just like, Doug's going nuts. Come on, take a look. So.
Poke Nutcase, thank you for the 77 bits. Doug and Rob, would you want to see a fully animated Muppets movie?
We had that. It was called Muppet Babies.
I mean, the charm.
Not
is
really.
Yeah, the charm is the puppetry, I think, and how they're gonna do certain things and how expressive they can be with it. So, offhand, probably not.
Gary Turbo, thank you for the 50 bits. Did anyone miss when MTV was actually about music and music videos and not about pregnant teens and catfishing people?
High criticism from 2004.
Yes, though I do legit love Catfish. I love
Catfish is a great
I-
show.
Oh my god, I love the new co-host too. I was like, oh man, I hope they pick her, and they did. I'm just like, yes. So yeah,
More sympathetic I could not be about the lack of music, but it's been like that for 20 years now.
yeah, it's been a while.
Chorus, thank you for the 50 bits. Unpopular opinion, but I like Rise of Skywalker for how bad it is. It's live-action adaptation Dark Empire comics when Palpatine back from death with super weapons fleet. He told he was behind everything. It's pure 90s shit I love.
I mean, I get that. It's the
yeah.
Batman and Robin argument. I like Batman and Robin. Why? Because it's terrible. I get that.
Talkative Caro, thank you for the 50 bits. Question for all of you. What anime does a great job of having fantastic supporting characters? For me, I love the supporting characters in Yu-Gi-Oh! GX.
Full Metal Alchemist.
I was gonna say that, Rob.
I can't think of a bad supporting character in either version of FMA, the original or Brotherhood. They're all insanely likable.
Or another one that's kind of I don't know how many people know it, but Paranoia Agent has really
Paranoia Agents. It's nothing but supporting characters,
Yeah.
really.
Gundam
Bebop,
Wing.
Trigun, Gundam Wing. Those are all good ones.
Majestic Demon, thank you for the 100 bits. What do you guys think of the 2011 Muppets movie? I personally loved it. It was so charming and fun. I was shocked at how much I loved it. And this is coming from someone who watched no Muppets in my childhood.
Yeah, I really
thought
liked
it was good. Yeah,
I thought it was a really good like reboot while making it funny, but also kind of poignant and dramatic. And acknowledging that people have not been interested in them for a long time. I thought that was very, very clever.
No complaints from me.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Who was your favorite and least favorite character in Invincible? My least favorite was probably Amber. I understand what they were trying to do with her, but I didn't love their adaptation of Amber.
I mean, honestly, maybe just Mark. And I think a lot of that is Kevin Jung, right? That's his name. His acting,
Steven, I think.
he's got the drama down, and he legit sounds really young. And so I'm never thinking to myself, oh, this is a grown, the grown man playing a teen. It's like it was completely convincing. I thought that played a lot into it.
Jackscap, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug, can you drop us a hint for the next Freak Show Cinema?
It's funny. I had one planned, and I have the DVD of it, but it's coming out on Blu-ray like in a couple weeks, and I'm just like, oh, maybe I should put that off then. So I have a couple written down, but I'm not. Oh, and then another one I just ordered out to, but I'm like, will I be able to see it in time? So it's kind of up in the air right now. Yeah, we'll have to see.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. If you guys have seen the movie Bruce Almighty, what is your favorite scenes?
I only saw that movie once.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
Yeah, I'm trying to
I like how many fingers am I holding up? And he finally says, what was it, 7? He goes, aha, he holds up 5, but he adds 2 more fingers. I thought that was good.
All right.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Which of the 2 leads from Prison Break do you like more? Michael, played by Wentworth Miller, or Lincoln, played by Dominic Purcell?
Probably Michael, because he has that crazy ass look. Just I always want to look at my watch, shout, blink.
Yeah, no, definitely Michael. Though they're both really good.
Yeah.
Prime over 9,000, thank you for the 50 bits. Who would win between Omni-Man and Homelander?
Everyone asked that. Okay, who would win? I'd probably say Omni-Man. Omni-Man. So Homelander is scarier, but Omni-Man is smarter. And see, to me, that's why Homelander is scarier, because he's stupid mean. And intelligent mean, at least there's a sense of like, okay, well, that person has bested me and has, gotten the intelligence and stuff, and you can almost predict what they're going to do. Stupid mean, it's like you just don't know. They're just so dumb and are never happy. They could just go AWOL crazy anytime. So that scares me a little bit more.
Fish, thank you for the 50 bits. So, Rob, since Poison Ivy's in Batman and Robin, will you be adding Harley Quinn to your Batman and Robin fanscription? After all, you've already established Harley's in your Burtonverse.
No. I don't think we're considering the Harley Quinn one canon. I think the way we're doing it is Batman happened, we switched up Batman Returns, we did our own Batman Forever, so then Batman and Robin follows our version of Batman Forever. So in that case, Harley hasn't been introduced yet, in which case, with the Joker already dead, why bother? So probably not. I mean, if you want more Harley, you can put in a request, and maybe Walter will come up with some other thing to do with Harley. But no, we're ditching Poison Ivy, and I think he's sticking with Mr. Freeze, as far as I know. So, but we'll see what happens.
Titaniac, thank you for the 100 bits. Hey, Doug, I know you're not a fan of Power Rangers, but the 2017 movie is beyond underrated. It's more of a coming-of-age drama that just so happens to have Power Rangers lore, plus it's something different from the original. NC review?
I always have it on the list, but then I kind of realize, it's not I don't know. I always go back and forth. I actually didn't think it was that bad either. I kind of agree with you. Honestly, the film would be fine if they didn't wait until the very end for them to be Power Rangers. I feel like, nah, you should have really had that happen earlier. It's the name of the movie. I get what you're doing, but it's like they should have been Power Rangers earlier. It's always on the list, and I keep kind of putting it off. So I don't know. Maybe I will. Maybe I will move it up.
Prime over 9,000, thank you for the 50 bits. What are your thoughts on the new Shyamalan movie, Old?
So excited.
Looks hilarious.
Yeah.
It's going to be terrible, but hopefully it'll be funny.
It looks like it's going to be old school, terrible Shyamalan, but I'm really not saying that as like a dreaded thing. I'm really excited for that.
Majestic Demon, thank you for the 100 bits. Did you guys check out the new trailer for Space Jam: New Legacy? And did it change any of your thoughts about the film?
I honestly kind of think it looks like fun.
We'll see.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of looking to have a good time with it. I think it's cool they're bringing the other Warner Brothers properties. I think that was very clever. So, I mean, it just looks like a check your brain, don't think about it, and have fun with it. All it has to do is be funny. Just be funny. Like, all the elements are there. I'm not
Again,
going to
we'll
question much.
see.
Just be funny.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Of the four main villains of the Burton Batman movies, Joker, Catwoman, Penguin, and Shrek, who was your favorite and least favorite?
Well, Catwoman was my favorite, hands down, for multiple reasons. Least
Yeah, actually.
favorite?
Least, I mean,
Probably Penguin.
yeah. It just kept trying to go in too many directions, and they never quite worked. Even though he's acted very well.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug and Rob, what are your thoughts on the director Shane Black and his movies? Can we expect a deep dive?
I like his movies. I like that they're always set at Christmas, I think. But yeah, no, I don't know if Doug would do a deep dive on him, but
I'm not sure if I've seen enough of it. Okay, Iron Man 3, Predator, yeah, I don't think I've seen a lot of these, so I will try to check them out. And I can assure you I'm not going to do a deep dive because, yeah, if even I haven't heard of them, I don't know how many other people. Oh, like the original Predator. Okay.
a lot of people have heard of Shane Black, Doug. Come on.
Okay.
Not saying you have to do a deep dive, but
all right. Maybe this is some. Okay, yeah, actually, he's done a lot here. I did not know that. I will look more into him. Oh no, he's an actor from Predator. My bad, but he directed the one that came out in 2016. Gotcha. Okay.
Prime over 9,000, thank you for the 57 bits. Not sure if it's on the list, but can you review Dexter Laboratory movie, Ego Trip?
Didn't even know there was a movie. You know, I didn't quite grow up with Dexter's Lab. I've seen it. I've seen some episodes and I like it, but I wouldn't say, oh yeah, this is my wheelhouse. So probably not.
M. Tapid, thank you for the 50 bits. Are you excited for the new Pixar movie, Luca?
Yeah, it's a shame that it's not being released in theaters, though. That looks like that'd be a cool movie to see on the big screen.
Yes, can I just note in chat that somebody misspelled, I think, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang as Kiss Kiss Baby Bang, and I am losing it right now. I was just like, wow! Oh,
his most controversial film.
They corrected it. Yeah, no, I was trying not to laugh. I was just seeing this in chat going like, oh my God.
Chorus, thank you for the 50 bits. What do you think about the animation style of the Clone Wars? Some say it looks like carved on wood, but I like it. Plus, such a style helps the animation to age slower than a more realistic one.
I grew used to it.
Me too.
The cheapness of it allowed them to get really cinematic with their action. So I thought it was worth that trade-off, but it's not a style I would have instantly gone for.
And then it's so interesting because when they went to Disney, you know, they look still roughly the same. It's a little smoother, but whatever. They move like Pixar characters, which is very interesting. I immediately noticed a difference in how they moved. That's not bad. I mean, it's still Disney animation, but it's like, wow, this is a little different.
Majestic Demon, thank you for the 100 bits. Which was better, all of Michael Bay's movies combined, or the milk commercial that he did?
Oh, the milk commercials, fucking brilliant. Come on. After he dies, I don't know how many people are going to remember Transformers or The Rock, but they're going to remember that milk commercial.
It's true.
Jockscab, thank you for the 50 bits. To all three of you, are you familiar with Telltale's Batman series and the changes it made to the characters and lore? If so, do you like the changes or do you think they were too much? I had a ton of fun with the Telltale Batman series.
I didn't play them that much, so I don't know what changes were made, but I liked what little I had seen. So
yeah, they do a really good job of telling their own story, and so they made some like unique changes that I think were fine because it was kind of it's kind of in its own universe. So I really
ironically,
enjoyed it.
I think I grabbed a lot of images from the Telltale game for the Batman Forever fan description.
You may have.
Yeah, I never even heard of them until now, so I'll try to check them out though.
Fish, thank you for the 50 bits. So, Doug, have you seen season 2 of Love, Death, and Robots yet? If not, I totally recommend it.
Yeah, I love that show. It's a shame we got only half the episodes, but I'm sure COVID, I'm sure it's because of that. Yeah, I really, really I do like the first season better, but again, I think that's just because there's more of them and they have more variety because of it. So, Anytime there's a new episode of that, I'm like, yes, yes, yes.
M. Tappet, thank you for the 50 bits. Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Have you ever seen the Young Indiana Jones TV show from the 90s? And if so, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, we grew up with that.
Yeah, I thought it was a good show.
It's funny. I really liked it when he was like a little boy. I bought that was Indiana Jones. When he was a teen, he was kind of a wimp, which was weird. It's weird seeing like this kind of geeky little, almost like Wesley Crusher going around with the Indiana Jones hat and everything. I'm like, shut up.
Forrest, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug, do you watch Wolf and Rabbit / No Pogadi / Well Just You Wait? It's Russian version Tom and Jerry, but Tom and Jerry are softy when you compare to this. Also, creators don't know about Tom and Jerry because Iron Curtain.
Is this like the Simpsons spoof? What was it, Worker and Parasite?
Yeah,
the Tom and Jerry Eastern European equivalent.
I mean, I'm typing it in. I'm not seeing anything that looks. Oh, okay. Here's the cartoon. No, I've never even seen this before. So yeah, I am not aware.
Luke the Boss, thank you for the 50 bits. So as a Mexican American, I think the new Carmen Sandiego misses the point of the character. Also, how much more girl power can you get than a woman who was the boss of villainous organization she was and is, besides in that show, a great Latina villain? That being said, I'm glad the kids like the new show.
Thank you. Like that, you literally said everything that I would say about it. But again, like if kids like it, enjoy, I'm not going to say it's ruining, children. So, but that was my pet peeve with it.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Which of the controversial NC reviews that you've done do you personally like the most? The Wall or Hocus Pocus?
I like Hocus Pocus better.
Hocus Pocus definitely has more laughs to it. Well, and yeah, with both of them, again, I like trying something new. I like experimenting with reviews. In a weird way, when somebody doesn't react well to a review, there's something I kind of like about it because I'm like, well, it's one of the few reviews that can be reviewed. Like, because I do see reviews as kind of their own work of art, and people can talk about them. And even like written reviews can be really, really analyzed. So even if somebody doesn't like something, I mean, you want them to like it. I like that they're getting so passionate about it that they're almost reviewing the review. And I find that fascinating. So I don't know. I'm not one of those people that gets super, super angry. Like, no, you missed the point. It's like, I like that you're getting passionate about it because I think that draws more attention to that reviews really can be their own works of art.
Was that review controversial?
Hocus Pocus? Yeah.
Hocus Pocus. Oh, of course it was.
Oh, okay.
Anytime we try something different, it's always controversial.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50. Oh, I just read that. Sorry. Majestic Demon, thank you for the 100 bits. Rob, I'm gonna go out on a whim here and assume you're still a Godzilla vs. Kong virgin.
Yep. Sorry. I spent 3 weeks making 671 images for that fanscription, so I didn't watch shit.
That's a good movie to watch to, unwind though, man. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, maybe I'll put it on sometime this weekend.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Do you think Judge Doom from Roger Rabbit is one of the best Disney villains?
I guess he's a Disney villain, yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
No, it's funny that you said Disney villain because that is kind of what I say. He's a very traditional Disney archetype, but like kind of in the best way. He's a lot of fun. What I like, we watched it again, is how much you can tell. I mean, I guess spoilers, you haven't seen it. How much he is a cartoon, like kind of trying to break out of his skin. He'll kind of move very weird and turn very weird, and everything is sort of very robotic, but he'll have a big smile and like you can tell there's a tune trying to get out.
He does the Batman turn, which I love. He turns his whole body just.
And even the skin looks very artificial. I was looking at it, they do like little black and white lines along the chin and stuff like that.
The thing I love most is he has a black cape, and the cape is always blowing, even indoors. And you're like, where is this wind coming from?
Yeah, we're like, they had to re-record like all the audio because you would hear the fan, and it's like just for this little subtle touch. It's crazy.
Forrest, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug, what do you think about Horned King from Black Cauldron? He was scary as hell. Also, Eowyn was not a princess. Horned King, said that she was his maid.
They said that, yeah.
Is that legit though? So here's the problem with that
It's
movie.
a throwaway
It's
line, and they never.
so much shit got cut, and it's kind of jumbled together because of who went in there? Was it Katzenberg? Yeah, Katzenberg went in there and cut it up. That I didn't know whether that was a legit plot point that she really was a maid and a princess of nothing
like an
or
insult,
not.
yeah. So I'm assuming it probably was, but they never really make it clear, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Honestly, and I love.
If you haven't read the book, that movie's a mess. That's part of the problem with it.
And I love John Hurt. That's one of my all-time favorite actors. I thought that villain was so boring. I thought he was.
I liked him. I just wish they knew what to do with him more. Again, I feel like the book probably had more to it, but you could just feel things were cut and everything was super condensed.
And to his credit, he did say years later, Katzenberg, he's like, yeah, I definitely got better as I went along. I was not very good at the beginning.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. Question for all of you. Who did the music better, Disney Soul or Cowboy Bebop? I'm going to choose Bebop every time. That music is essentially a character in that show.
Yeah, I'm going to do
But it is in Soul, too. That's rough.
I mean, it's not apples and oranges. It's apples and apples. What are you going to...
I know what you're saying.
You've got two red delicious apples. Which is better? They're the same.
Just... maybe unpopular opinion. I'll say Soul because as much as I love the music in Cowboy, because as much as I love the music in Cowboy Bebop, Soul really got me to close my eyes and listen and really have it have an impact on me while I was watching it. And that doesn't happen too often. So I'll say that. But again, very fucking close because I love the music to Cowboy Bebop.
Eastern 57, thank you for the 200 bits. Vash the Stampede versus Rurouni Kenshin. Who's the better secret badass? I'm going to go with Vash. I'm sorry. I'm going to choose Vash every day.
Trigun's one of my favorite anime of all time. It will always be Vash in a competition like that.
Titaniac, thank you for the 100 bits. Hey, Doug, you know that piano music effect you use in some of your reviews? One time it was used for the titles in The Happening. It's my favorite. What's it called and how do I download it?
I mean, some of them we purchase, some of them are free. I'm assuming a piano crashing? Is that what they mean? I can't remember where we got that one. I'm sorry. It is weird when you recognize it. When you hear a door open, you hear, it's always the same squeak because we have that sound effect. And I literally tried to edit it because I always recognize as the exact same squeak. So I try to chop it in half or slow it down. And every time I hear it in a movie, I'm like, not all doors open that way.
My favorite sound effect that shows up in everything, and I first noticed it was if you play the game Doom, the original Doom.
Oh.
And there's when the door opens, chunk. You can hear that in any sci-fi movie. I've heard it so many times in TV shows, in other movies, and I always remember from when I was playing Doom, and the sound goes to well before Doom, but because it was used as the door opening in Doom, I always recognize it. So that happens all the time.
Max Hammerschmidt, thank you for the 100 bits. I'm a huge Tarantino fan and would be fine with him ending his career already after Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. What do you think about Tarantino, Doug and Rob? Have you ever done a Nostalgia Critic episode on a Tarantino movie? And if not, would you consider doing one?
I love Tarantino.
Yeah, and
not every single thing, but most of his stuff I really like.
I don't know if there's anything I can add that everybody else hasn't said about him. I mean, there's been so much said about him. It's funny. I liked him when I was younger. I don't think I quite fully appreciated there's a lot of directors and actors and just overall artists I didn't appreciate until later, and I realized just how risky something was and how just in their own way they're making something. And with Tarantino, I mean, just to go with that style, but just totally transform it in a different way. And just like he used the music from Exorcist 2 in The Hateful Eight just because he wanted to. And that is so bizarre, but it also matches.
It's funny because that's one of the ones I was going to list is that I don't like, but
I liked it till the last fucking 45 minutes that you did.
Yeah, I'd say 80 to 90% of the stuff he's done I love. So
yeah, no, I do really like his stuff.
Fish, thank you for the 50 bits. So, Doug, just some food for thought here. Ever thought about doing an old versus new between the 1996 101 Dalmatians and Cruella? That way you could have Heather and Tamara playing both Cruellas, arguing about which is better, kind of like how you did for your old versus new Spider-Man.
Probably not, because that's another one that's apples and oranges now. Because they don't even have. It's clearly not even the same Cruella at the end. They're just like, nah, she's fine. And what are they gonna do for a sequel? Because they just set up that she doesn't kill dogs. So what's gonna be the follow-up? Because I heard they greenlit a sequel. I don't know, probably not, though. I think they both have their own unique charm to them.
Really quickly, talking of Carl says Quentin can't retire until he finally makes a movie solely on feet. One, I see what you did there. And two, it should be called Soul. S-O-L-E.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. Heather, I heard recently that Willem Dafoe is in talks to join the cast of Spider-Man 3. To be fair, I don't know how true this is, but I'm crossing my fingers. Listen, Andrew Garfield himself has said that he recommends you all chill about these rumors with Spider-Man 3 and get your expectations down. So get your expectations down. We're not gonna Rise of Skywalker this shit, okay? Cameron?
If it turns out the lighthouse was just a dream the Green Goblin was having,
I'll be amazed if even two of the rumors around that movie are true.
Right.
Like, it's getting so ridiculous. It's just like, I heard they're gonna have even the cartoon Spider-Man from the 1970s show, and this is just chill, people.
Cameron, thank you for the 50 bits. I remember Doug saying at one point that he wasn't a fan of Wacko. Wacko's Wish, maybe. I was curious. What are you not a fan of? I personally loved that movie.
It's grown on me. I didn't get into it because I thought it wasn't funny enough, and I didn't think the emotional elements of Animaniacs were done usually that great. They're fine, they're passable, but their strong point is the comedy. But when you kind of see that as like their swan song, like this is kind of the last thing they're gonna do, it did grow on me, and I kind of like that they were trying something a little different with it. So I actually think it's okay now.
Page of Pain, thank you for the 50 bits. Are there any movie lines that you wish you could use more in everyday life? I'm still waiting for a moment to quote the Horned King. You bring news of the pig?
The pig. One of my favorite out of context lines is from the Tick TV show with Patrick Warburton. And it was Batman talking to Arthur, and he just says, "You see, Arthur, if you had listened to me, you could be going on a date with a beautiful woman instead of riding around in the makeshift hearse of your childhood hero." And I just wish I could quote that to somebody.
You know what? You just remind me of the one that I also like to say, "Men, dingo, I dig your mouth music." I love that line.
That show, when it hit its stride, was really good.
Majestic Demon, thank you for the 100 bits. I can already hear the intro for your Kingdom Hearts review, so I decided to change things up and do something different, so I thought to myself, fuck it, I'm reviewing Kingdom Hearts.
I shot it months ago, so maybe that's word for word what I said.
Bernsey, thank you for the 50 bits. Jeff Bezos is already confirmed to have bought MGM. People who want a new Stargate TV series are getting very excited. Also, MGM owns kind of the rights to James Bond. I'd love for a James Bond starring Ryan Reynolds, but a Canadian James Bond? Ha ha ha! Wearing hockey pads? Ha ha ha!
I'll wait for James Bond Jr. to come back. Thank you very much.
Be the most polite James Bond ever. He shoots people and then says, "I'm sorry."
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. Since the Joker movie did well, would you think a Green Goblin movie would do just as well? It'll be great to explore split personalities.
I would love an actual Venom movie. Like, I think that's a legit interesting
do that
film
first.
you can make.
How do you do this without Spider-Man even? So I don't know.
We might have to speed it up just a little bit. We're about 40 minutes behind.
Gotcha.
Twilight Sky, thank you for the 50 bits. This one is for Doug. Have you thought about doing the cartoon Donald's Dilemma for Dark Toons episode? Daisy literally contemplates suicide in it.
Everybody says that, but it's just one clip where she's thinking about it and then doesn't, and I'm just like, there's a million cartoons where they actually go through with it, so yeah, I don't think so.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. Heather, who would win in a fight, Loki or Agatha? I'm gonna go with Loki because he's an actual god.
Yep.
Sailor Aaron, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, maybe try watching Violet Evergarden, the series and movie. All three are on Netflix. Season 1 is like 12 to 13 episodes. It's by Kyoto Animation, who did a silent voice movie.
Okay, yeah, never even heard of it. I will check it out.
Cameron, thank you for the 100 bits. Hey Doug, have you thought about have you ever watched Ben 10? And if so, have you thought about reviewing it?
I know what it is, but I've never seen it. So yeah, sorry.
Majestic Demon, thank you for the 100 bits. It's Doug season, Robert season, Doug season, Robert season, Robert season, Doug season, fire!
That's the problem. Pronoun trouble.
It was supposed to be my Doug Bill. I don't know. Next.
Anu, thank you for the 50 bits. Last bits for me. Rob, looking at your red couch makes me wonder, when do you open your diner? And if there are one more item from movie/TV shows games you want, which would it be and why? You can all answer if you want.
My diner will open the second I can get better service than a Denny's. What was the second question?
If there's one more item or one or more item from a movie/TV show/games that you want, which would it be and why?
The One Ring of Power, just because I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan.
Yeah, I want a portal gun. Jockscab, thank you for the 50 buds. Buds, my god. 50 bits! Hot take incoming. Detective Pikachu has better CGI animals than the Lion King remake. Thoughts?
Shots fired.
They're more expressive, so I'll give you that.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Who is your favorite Breaking Bad villain? For me, it's Jesse Plemons as Todd. Most people would say Gus, but Todd was just terrifying in how pleasant yet creepy he was.
He was. He played him very well. I'll still say Gus. I love Gus.
Alex Loves Musicals, thank you for the 100 bits. There's a rumor that John M. Chu, who directed In the Heights, might be directing the Wicked musical movie. If that's true, it gives me hope that the Wicked movie might be good.
Yeah, the musical scenes were very well. The movie's good. I mean, now I think the video's up and everything. It's a really good movie. So yeah, I hope he does.
Taylor with Ty, thank you for the 100 bits. Red Letter Media recently talked about Coppola's Dracula movie. What are your thoughts of Coppola's Dracula movie?
I love that movie. I watch that every Halloween.
There's a lot to talk about. I always have it on the list for Nostalgia-ween, so maybe I'll do it this Nostalgia-ween. I do like it, but there's a lot of stuff that doesn't work too.
Bad Motivations, thank you for the 50 bits. For the eventual commercial episode, I recommend the awesome animated Bionicle ads, specifically the Baraki Creeps from the Deep one, or the Bohrock one. The Lord Fine Dog Glask YouTube channel makes enhanced and upscaled versions so you can avoid mid-2000s video compression.
Cool. I'll check them out.
Bernsey, thank you for the 50 bits. The CA video starring with Leslie Nielsen could continue with him through the Naked Gun movies, and then you could go with another comedic actor you like from the 90s, like Jim Carrey or Phil Hartman, and then the 2000s you could pick, and in 2010s go with, and you could have a looking back commentary like Young Lad. I remember a movie called Airplane. So later, and then there was The Magnificent. Understands now?
I feel so bad. I can't follow any of this. Did you get it, Doug?
I'll have the soup.
Sorry.
I
don't.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. This might be a hot take, but I think we should bring back Finn Jones' Iron Fist for the MCU. We all know he can act, but he was dragged through the mud because of someone else's bad writing. I think it deserves another bite at the apple. What do you think? I mean, Iron Fist.
I heard it was bad.
What?
I didn't see it, but I heard it was bad.
Yeah, it was the weakest of those Marvel
I
Netflix
dumped
shows.
out after a couple episodes.
Yeah. I just don't think he makes a great Iron Fist. I know he was dealt a bad hand with the writing, but I don't think he makes a great Iron Fist. Sorry. Cameron, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug and Rob, I know you both not into Pokemon, but are there any design-wise that you really like or would like as a pet?
Mewtwo is kind of a cool design. There's something like both kind of cuddly but intimidating about it.
What's the little Pikachu? Is it Pichu?
Yeah, Pichu.
Pichu. Yeah, I would have a Pichu, I think.
Taylor with Ty, thank you for the 100 bits. I'm sorry, I'm laughing because in my mind I was expecting you to end that with like, I'll have the Pichu, please, waiter.
Yeah.
Thank you for the 100 bits, Taylor with Ty. Favorite song from Prince of Egypt?
I like the Plague song.
Yeah, I like
the river song in the beginning is really good.
Oh, they're all so good, except Big Boys Now.
Yeah.
The intro and then the Plague song.
Monochromatic Weiss, thank you for the 95 bits. Hello, everyone. No question, just wanted to say hi, and I hope you're having a great day, and also, Happy Pride Month!
Back at ya.
Yay, go Pride!
Bernsey, thank you for the 50 bits. Andy Kaufman would create a number of Twitter IDs, and they'd get into massive flame wars with one another. That's what I think would happen.
Yeah,
I could see that.
Fish, thank you for the 50 bits. So, Rob, I realize this is an odd pairing, but which anime is better? Perfect Blue or Princess Mononoke? I only ask because I'm struggling to decide which to watch tonight.
I mean, Perfect Blue's really fucked up. So if you're in the mood for something fucked up, go with Perfect Blue. If you're not, go with Mononoke Hime. But I really like Perfect Blue. I personally think it's the better movie.
Page of Pain, thank you for the 50 bits. Am I the only one who would love to see Jim Spader as Lex Luthor?
James Spader?
Yeah, I guess I could see that.
I think, yeah, it could work.
Godzilla fan, thank you for the 100 bits. For all three, I read a report that Snyder is interested in directing a DBZ live-action movie. Thoughts? Holds out, Mike.
Great, a show that long gets a director who can't make a movie under 4 hours.
Zack Snyder right now is just going on every interview and saying anything he ever wants, because he also said he wants to do a Star Wars movie, but that they passed him up, so now he's just gonna make a space samurai movie. Like, I think Zack Snyder is just saying whatever the hell he wants right now.
He's enjoying his time in the sun again.
Sailor Aaron, thank you for the 200 bits. So tomorrow night, will you make sea salt ice cream in celebration of finishing Kingdom Hearts 2, or wait until you start Kingdom Hearts 3?
I don't have the recipe, though. Maybe I should order it, because isn't there a way you can order it, I think? That would be kind of fun.
That would be fun. Forrest, thank you for the 50 bits. If there's one Transformers series you should watch, it's Prime series. It's not very long, 65 episodes plus the movie, and very good for new viewers and adults. It's also more serious, but luckily not on the level, to say in quotes here, of adult jokes from Bayformers.
Awesome. I'm not going to have time. I'm sorry.
CM Sully, thank you for the 100 bits. There is an anime barely talked about, mostly because it played very late on the JetX block, called Shinzo. Has anybody else ever heard of it or seen it? I don't know.
I don't think so.
No.
Shinzo. Yeah, sorry, never gonna bell.
Forrest, thank you for the 50 bits. How far, Doug, are you in Season 7 of The Clone Wars? How many episodes to end? Also, Rob, watch it before you or with you?
I'm watching it on my own, and I'm behind, so...
Yeah, I finished it up. I mean, quick review, I liked it.
WWE, thank you for the 55 bits. Before you go, could you review Scoob? And have you ever considered putting your songs, Superman is Batman, Real Chipmunks Movie, Fucking Love Christmas, etc., on iTunes?
Some of them we put on iTunes. They do okay, but not, like, great. Well, yeah, Fucking Love Christmas, I think is on iTunes, on Scallons, yeah. So you can check that out there. I've debated whether or not to talk about Scoob. I feel like I could do like an editorial on it, maybe not like a full straight-on review, because I do like it.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Any chance you'll make Doom Patrol the next Freak Show Cinema, since you haven't officially decided? Someone needs to review that show. It's criminally underrated.
I want to do one. I want to do one that I know will get views because of the Career Dive one. You know, the last one just really imploded. So I want to try one that I know people will click on and then probably do like a Doom Patrol one.
CM Sully, thank you for the 100 bits. Also, speaking of Princess Tutu from earlier, there is a very famous AMV that's worth checking out. It's the one with Hold Me Now in the title.
In the title. I will look that up. Yeah, I'll look it up.
Monochromatic Weiss, thank you for the 95 bits. I don't know if you watch Critical Role, but are you looking forward to their animated show, Legend of Vox Machina?
I don't watch it. I'm sorry. That guy's really cool. Matthew Mercer, I've done a few cons with him. I've done improv with him. He's a very funny guy.
Fish, thank you for the 50 bits. Stop me if this is the Mandela effect talking, but didn't you guys tease years ago that you're going to review the Dudley Do-Right movies? Whatever happened to that?
I don't remember. I never saw him. Maybe we did and like lost track of time. I don't know.
I don't remember if we said that or not.
Page of Pain, thank you for the 50 bits. Have you ever seen the Manga Bible? If you haven't, I'll give you a quick Google assignment. Google Manga Bible Judas.
Oh, Judas is hot in that.
Yeah, I've
not that I've read it.
I've seen it. Or heard it or read it, I don't know. Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. Rob, if you could write a DC comic about the Mad Hatter, what kind of story would you tell, or what story would you tell?
Jeez, I don't know. I would go probably like a Satoshi Kon style thing, either
Ooh.
involving dreams or whatever, and like what's reality and what's not. Like something probably along those lines.
That'd be fun.
They do something similar to that in Arkham. Is it Night or City? I don't know. I did a side quest with Mad Hatter, and it was trippy as hell.
There was
sounds awesome.
there was a great animated series episode that did that too, where Batman imagines another life, and it turns out the Mad Hatter was just fucking with him. So
93 degrees, thank you for the 50 bits. Oh, hello guys, it's pretty late at night for me, so I don't think I'll see a reply, but I hope you all have a good day.
You too.
thank you.
Hermit Wazowski, thank you for the 50 bits. How was your birthday, Rob?
It was good. I had a good time. I Doug, my dad, over. We just ate a good meal, watched a movie, and yeah, exchanged gifts.
Luke the Boss, thank you for the 50 bits. Rob, so have you and Walter ever thought about putting Fanscription behind a paywall, like on Patreon? I like free content as much as the next person, but the business side of me just can't help but ask. Also, I am all for creators getting paid as much as possible for their hard work, not implying at all that you already aren't getting paid well, lol.
I think so long as we're able to get get money from advertisers and stuff and stay afloat, like we feel we're giving you guys a service and we're doing okay. So like we would have to hit a point where no, we really need to do it. That's my opinion. I'm not speaking from the higher up. So in the immediate, no.
Red Wolf, thank you for the 50 bits. Hey, would you ever do a top 11 animal actors in movies? Or how about animal actors versus CGI animals?
Oh, that'd be kind of interesting. I actually, a long time ago, I wanted to do that. Like like pets in the movie. Because there are some really good animal actors, honestly. Number one might be the dog from Paranormal Activity 2. That's like one of the great animal actors. Maybe one day.
Taylor Aaron, thank you for the 131 bits. If you guys ever come down here in LA, I recommend you guys visit the World War II Museum in New Orleans. It's an amazing museum. Every time I visit NOLA, I always make a visit. Oh, LA is Louisiana, not the city LA, Heather.
You know, I was gonna say, I was like,
Nolans.
Yep.
No, I haven't been there. That sounds really cool.
Yeah, I'd have to check that out.
93 degrees, thank you for the 50 bits. Say, how are you guys able to review shows and movies with such detail in your videos?
Well, some people would say we don't.
Yeah. Yeah, we just like what we do and we talk about what we like.
Bernsey, thank you for the 50 bits. If you haven't seen it yet, Sean Bean is an Officer Sharp in a series about the Duke of Wellington in Spain after landing in Portugal is on iTunes. It's very good. Here in Canada, the 14 episodes are $1.99 each. I hope you enjoy them. Not sure if you've started watching this already.
No,
If I got time, maybe I'll check it out. We'll have to see.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug and Rob, what scenes in a movie Dracula Dead and Loving It do you find hilarious? For me, I always laugh when Dracula tries to get the last word.
The mirror scene and what was it at the very end when he gets hit by the
Renfield,
something?
you asshole!
You asshole!
Yeah, that was
I like
pretty funny.
that.
I do also like schedule.
Yeah.
Letter Guy, thank you for the 500 bits. Appreciate that. Hey guys, late coming in was at my brother's birthday celebration and he appreciated all your well wishes. Speaking of which, how was your birthday, Rob? Be back with questions next week.
My birthday was good. Had a good time.
Pat and Soa, thank you for the 200 bits. Any old versus new coming? I always laugh at the Cinderella one. Miss Hyper Fangirl and Devil Boner. By the way, Rob, the extra bits were for the fanscription. You and Walter absolutely killed it.
Oh, thanks a bunch. Yeah, that was a rough ride doing that one, but like we're really proud with what we came up with. So I appreciate it.
And the only one I want to do, I'll find a time to do it probably, is the Animaniacs. I like to do an old versus new.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug and Rob, are you going to do an NC review of the Justice League Snyder Cut?
I was thinking about it.
Yeah, I would like to.
But if you're down for it, maybe we will. We'll see if we can get a hard copy of it and do that.
Bernsey, thank you for gifting that subscription to Taja Payne. Appreciate it. Sailor Aaron, thank you for the 50 bits. What movie did you guys watch on your birthday, Rob?
The Sandlot, because I had to
Oh.
grab so many pictures of Mike Vitar, and some of them were from that movie, and I'm just like, yeah, I haven't seen this in forever. You should put it on again.
Still fucking great.
Cameron, thank you for the 50 bits. What are your thoughts on the singer Owl City? His most famous song is Fireflies. He did a song for Wreck-It Ralph. He's fine.
Fun. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
93 degrees, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug, what's your real thoughts on Meet the Robinsons and Atlantis, The Lost Empire Disney movies?
I like Atlantis more. I think it's kind of a lame villain. And then Meet the Robinsons, a good message, but I thought got really too jumbled in trying to do too much.
The Strider for Life, thank you for the 100 bits. Ever thought of reviewing Dwayne Johnson's Tooth Fairy?
Maybe. Might put that on the list.
93 degrees, thank you for the 50 bits. Have you guys ever noticed that every world in Kingdom Hearts actually teases and or confirms upcoming sequels? I mean, I think they're just going with their most popular properties, so it would make sense that, like,
Yeah.
that happens. Sailor Aaron, thank you for the 350 bits. Appreciate that.
Oh,
well,
thank
guys,
you.
I'll send you my last bits for the night. Thank you so much for all you guys do. I was happy and disappointed, and then back to being happy with this stream. Just glad to be here with you, awesome people. See you tomorrow night, Heather and Doug.
Oh,
thanks a bunch.
Thank you.
Yeah, great. And we are all caught up on the bit
right.
messages.
Oh, well done, Heather.
There's a highlighted, I think that's not maybe meant for us. Lord R. Wolfen says, hey Rob, have you ever seen the anime Don't Toy with Miss Nagatoro, which is about the eponymous high school girl, sorry, it's scrolling, it's hard for me to read while it's scrolling, high school girl who torments a boy she calls senpai.
I mean, no, but that sounds like almost every other anime I've seen, at least the high school ones. So, no, I don't think I've seen that one in particular.
Hyper Fanboy says, happy belated birthday, Rob. Coincidentally, mine's on the same day.
Oh, nice.
Also, since Doug and Heather have already finished it, how far are you into Clone Wars, Rob?
I'm somewhere in season 3. I'm so behind. When I did the Batman for Everything, I just stopped everything for 4 weeks, so...
Bernsey says, John Garman Hertzzeller, the actor who played General and then later Chancellor Martok in Star Trek, wielding a gay pride, I never know how to say it, Batleth?
Batleth.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's an awesome photo. Check it out. Have you seen this photo?
Oh, that sounds...
No, I'm trying to remember who Martok was. It's got to be a Klingon if he's got a Batleth.
Yeah, it's a really cool picture. It's really fun.
I guess the only Klingon I always remember is Gowron, so...
Hyper Fanboy says, in last week's Kingdom Hearts stream, someone asked what Doug thought Walt Disney would think of the game. I think his first question would be, what's a video game?
Yeah, well done. Well done.
Ari says, happy late birthday, Rob. Sorry for not saying this earlier.
Oh, thank you.
Luke the Boss says, great job reading comments once again, Heather. You're the best. Thank you.
You're the
I
best.
appreciate it. Shrek Juice said, did they say anything about the new Masters of the Universe trailer? Yes.
I haven't seen
I
it
thought
yet.
it looked awesome.
Yeah, Doug saw it.
Flutter Guy is asking me if I beat the Palace last night in the game that I was playing on my personal channel. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. 93 Degrees, thank you for the 50 bits. Oh, forgot to ask, have you guys ever thought about writing a book?
Yeah, it would be called Edmund, a Butler's Tale. It would be filled with sizzling gypsies.
I always say if I was ever going to write a bio, it would be... I'm still in the middle of all this. I want to wait till NC is gone and maybe I'm not doing videos anymore or something like that. Where it's
The
like,
idea
okay...
of writing a bio, too, is so egotistical.
Mhm.
Particularly right now, it would be like, I'm like, what if we, like, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I'd have to look back, like really get a chance to look back at everything and be like, okay, I've let this sit. Now what do I think about it? Kind of thing.
Power Gamer Set has a suggestion for Dark Toons. The Adventure Time episode, No One Can Hear You.
Adventure Time's for a little bit more older kids, I think. I try to go for ones that are for more younger kids. That's why they're a little bit more shocking. Because if we're going by that, I could do like a bunch of Batman episodes and Avatar episodes and stuff like that. So,
J-Star Otaku says they're doing great. They got their second COVID shot on Monday, and everything opened up today. First time in a theater this year. Makes up for the mistake I made playing Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance this week. No spoilers for what I did, though.
Nice.
Awesome. Congrats.
Yeah. Hyper Fanboy has an idea for a fanscription. What I mean is for a TV show. Pick any franchise and come up with an idea for a TV show for it. For example, a few people during these streams have thought of a Roger Rabbit prequel series about the Valiant brothers. So what you would do is write a fanscription for each episode. That would be a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot of work, though.
That's just too much work, but I mean, I like the idea.
I did have a fanscription idea for the backstory of Doom, which I thought might be interesting, but but it's not fleshed out. Don't be like, what is it? I don't know yet.
Jockscab wanted to know where that Keyblade came from, but Waveflow answered that it was on Amazon. So, Bagel Crusts wants to know what we thought of episode 1 of Loki. Very fun.
I enjoyed
liked
it. Yeah, it was it was good, dumb fun.
93 Degrees, thank you for the 50 bits. I don't think I could ever be satisfied with the end of Nostalgia Critic. You're my childhood hero.
Oh, thank you. Literally the nostalgia and the nostalgia, so thank you.
Yeah. And I think that'll do it for us. That's our last bit message.
That'll do
there.
it.
So, thank you all so much for hanging out and chatting with us. You know, we always appreciate you being here.
Oh, you.
We couldn't do it without you.
Really good. Thank you guys so much.
As we like to remind you, we do have content here 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday. Tomorrow we've got Malcolm on here at 1 o'clock. Doug's gonna be on at 6 o'clock, maybe finishing Kingdom Hearts 2. I'm not sure. It depends how hard the boss battles become for you.
Well, we know the cap is 2 hours. That's where it's like, okay, 2 hours is the most I can spend on a boss.
That's true. That's true. Saturday is Awesome Comics and Coffee. Monday, I'll be back here playing Mass Effect. Tuesday, we've got Tournament Tuesday, and Tamara will be back. So Tamara and I will probably be checking out Fortnite. Wednesday, Tamara will be back too, and then Thursday we'll start all over again. So hopefully we'll see you guys at some point during this week or next week. And if not, we'll see you soon anyway.
Then. Take care. Love you. Love your faces.
Bye.
Love you all so much.
Goodbye.
See ya.
Bye-bye. Bye. Goodbye.